Thanks for thank you, Caresta. You're amazing as always. Don't ever have to ask. We are now recording, but this is something I'm really excited about, guys. This is something that has been coming for about 12 years. We're a little bit ahead of our time when we first launched our Grow Your Retail Network. But now there are some reasons I'm going to point out today that retail has really become a driving force and has really merged with economic development and brought it full circle. I've been asked for 30 years, which came first, the chicken or the egg, industry or retail? Retail brings people, people bring businesses, businesses bring companies, companies bring more people, more people bring more retail brings more people, and it really brings it full circle. So um, I am glad that our companies be able is now able to bring both sides of the fence to you guys. And one of the things we'll explore um, that I've always said in terms of this, it's really about making the right contacts. First of all, what are we going to talk about today? Here's our agenda. I'm going to talk a little bit, a very brief talk about why is retail being targeted. Then we're going to do a live demo. Then, as I promised, if you guys got the reminder today, this is something I've ran across yesterday, and so I added this as a special bonus. And we do training sessions with GSLI and our jam sessions, and we went through an AI session of how you can adopt AI and use AI to make your jobs more efficient. This is something I actually kind of tripped across yesterday, so I really am excited about sharing it with you guys of how to use AI to actually identify what retailers and what retail sectors you might want to target. And then we'll obviously have a special offer for attending. We have a charter member special that's coming up and a special bonus with some trade show attending. And then please always know this is an interactive webinar. So if you have questions, there is a Q&A box down at the bottom. It's got two little chat bubbles. Click that, put your questions over in the Q&A box. Caress is here to kind of monitor those and bring those up to the forefront. We'll either answer them at the appropriate time or we'll leave it for the Q&A session. And if we're amazing, then we'll answer all of your questions through the webinar. So to get started, I really kind of want to know, get a feel for the audience that's here today. Thank you for participating. Chris, if you could put up the first poll, do you have a retailer attraction initiative in place? And if you could just pop your answers in there, that'll give us a little idea of how you can help us during this webinar and who we can help. And we'll let that kind of sit there and run as I continue. We'll leave that up for about 2 minutes. So a lot of people ask me, why did I develop the Grow Your Retail Network? I will tell you, my time is valuable, and I have always identified that the right contacts are priceless. And I felt like if my time was, your time is. And that's one of the big things that I found our communities are great at. They're great at telling their story, pitching their story. They just don't know who to contact. One of our first subscribers to Grow Your Retail was Jordan Dietrich with Twin Cities, Nebraska. And he had invested 2 years of his time messing around trying to find the right contact for TJ Maxx. And they had a shopping center. They were trying to make a pitch to them. And within 30 seconds of him coming into the retail platform, Grow Your Retail platform, we found the contact. It was a little bit of a workaround because TJ Maxx operates under a trade name. And so I shared with him how to do that, and we found it, and he is on his way to working with them and trying to see if they would locate to this shopping center that they have to fill. But if you do, I see there's a couple of people that do have retail attraction programs, and we see some that are trying to put it together. What would you say is your biggest retail attraction struggle? Cressy, you can take that one down. There we go. If you're to answer one of those, what would you say is, I think you can, Cressy, is that a multiple choice or is it just one?
I believe I set that one up. I believe I set that one up as a multiple choice.
Very cool. Yeah, because there's a lot of things. Knowing who to contact is one of the top ones. We've got two knowing to contact. Then
No,
we've,
one is who and one is how.
oh, you're correct. See, without you, I always get these things mixed. Who to contact, how to contact, tracking your engagements, knowing what to send. Very cool, guys. That is something we really, throughout the process and throughout the engagement of people being a part of our Grow Your Retail, we want to share that knowledge to really empower. I know there are a lot of groups out there. There's a retail coach, there's Buxton, and if you're willing to fork out the 25 to $50,000, they will be more than glad to do some of the things that we'll share with you as a participant or a subscriber to our Grow Your Retail network. But okay, great. So here are four reasons that I see and I've identified that retail is such a target right now. First of all, the retail and food service, they do 425 billion sales, not every year, that's every month. That is a very sizable taxable entity, drawing sales tax off of those sales. Second, average retail worker is no longer the 525, 425, 625 of 10 years ago. It's up to $14 an hour. That's still a moderately low paying job, but it's providing jobs to other people that aren't in an advanced skilled workforce, the ability to really have a taxable income and make an impact on a community. The other thing is retail is the fastest growing segment of the economy. Whenever I want to target growth in jobs, I usually like to put my money where the fastest growing segments are. If that's an industry, we try to track and identify what are the fastest growing industries on an industrial side. And on the retail side, no difference. If you're trying to create jobs and make an impact, identify the fastest. And second of all, millions of small businesses are retail establishments. In fact, we just got back from Miami at the Grow Your Retail Network. We had two um, companies, and that's all they do is they work with small businesses and teach them how they turn them into retail opportunities to scale their business and make it a franchise type opportunity to scale their business. So was really interested in talking with them and building that relationship with them. The other thing, three things here. Retail means jobs, significant employment contributor to your community. If you really want to make an impact with your community and show growth, 1 in 4 American jobs right now are from the retail sector, and that's only growing. So I really encourage communities whenever they land and bring in new retailers to celebrate the jobs that they're creating through the retail. Second of all, it's growth. It continues to grow through the pandemic. It's going to reach $7.9 trillion by 2026, and that's up $6.6 trillion, really meaning that there's not just growth. And the biggest thing you want to look at is if there's growth, is it sustainable and is it resilient? So it has shown resilience through the pandemic and through economic pluses and negatives. And this year, their retailers are experiencing a 7% increase in annual retail sales, bringing stability to the community and helping them in their economic trickle down. So I've put together this, and Cresta, cover your ears. I know you hate this. This guy's voice irritates you. It probably irritates everybody else, but that's why I like him. I'm going to share with you a little video. it gives you a quick overview of how to dive into the platform and use it, and it's actually about a challenge. So here we go.
Wait, put in the chat box if you like this guy's voice. Put it in, just put it in the chat.
From your board demanding a flawless retail marketing program? Do you question if your community possesses the allure needed to attract retailers? And amidst the chaos of limited time and resources, does the pursuit of contacts seem like an insurmountable task? But fear not, esteemed colleague, for there exists a strategic solution to these challenges. Introducing GrowYourRetail.com, the cornerstone of corporate efficiency and connection. People don't believe you can find the contacts you're looking for in less than 30 seconds. I'm here to prove them wrong. Start the clock.
Here we go.
First, let's log into an active account at GrowYourRetail.com. Next, click on Find Retailers. Next, let's say you are looking to attract a retailer in the restaurant industry. And better yet, you want to see which retailers have said they want to expand within your state. Let's use Texas as an example. Make the appropriate selections and click View. You'll notice the handy counter displaying the number of retailers in this particular search. Now all you have to do is scroll through and select the retailer you want to get the contact and company intel, and bam! The information is there for your own personal use. Add it to your favorites and behold, you are ready to connect via email, phone, or even through social channels. That's the power of GrowYourRetail.com. And all in less than 30 seconds. Might I say I proved the naysayers wrong? GrowYourRetail.com. Why not sign up today? Because your time is valuable, and the right contacts are priceless.
So kind of what I want to do now, if there are any volunteers in the audience, I'm going to switch over to do a live demo of the platform. Let me see here.
I will mention that there's no chats in the chat box without the guy's voice being great. Just throwing it out there.
All right, I'm going to go over to here.
Ah, Brian, it doesn't bother him.
Thank you, Brian.
I don't know that that's great.
Thank you for defending me, Brian. I appreciate that.
It doesn't bother him, is what he said. I really don't think he said it was great.
So, who wants to be, does anybody want to be a volunteer? I can either do a live demo using your search or what you're kind of looking for, or I can just do a random one as we go in. I'm going to go ahead and log in.
Anybody looking for any retail contacts at this time and they would like to see if we can find something in our system? If so, put it in the chat.
So basically all you do is once you have a live subscription to the portal, you come to your dashboard. The most amazing thing about Slim is like our best developer. He's our full-time developer, works 24/7, I think, in putting these things together. This took him 6 months to develop, and you'll see it really developed it based on simplicity and speed. There's some programs, actually our CRM that we work with right now on just our database. Sometimes you got to sit there and wait 20 seconds just to get a search back, and it really is it's not comfortable. And so being able to make the system fast, usable, and accurate is probably our biggest thing. Black Bear Diner. Okay, Donna, we're gonna do that.
I don't even know what
That
that
sounds
is,
very,
okay.
very that might be, I'll show you why we like those, because we have a way that we can add those. So what I typically like to say is if you subscribe to the system, you probably want to start off with just doing a general industry search. Since she's talking Black Bear Diner, I'm simply going to put in restaurants. I think there's a little over 60 different industry sectors that you can drill down on. Biggest thing I want you guys to look at right here, there's 8,646 retailers in this database right now. The AI is constantly searching for new retailers, contacts, and social media links. So if you basically click on restaurant chains, that quickly it went out and said, okay, out of those 8,000, there's 1,813 retailers. I would then click on this and say, okay, here is a select group of people that I might want to target. What I would do from there, I would probably just simply check anywhere. We'll just do random, say, I don't want that one. I do want this one. Go down and check as many that you want to create into a list and hit add to list. You'll see we've been doing a lot of demos, but I'm going to create a new list and we're going to call this Donna's list of restaurants. And she's going to create the list. It does not add anybody into Donna's list. There's 0 companies right now until I hit add. And then we can go in and view that list. From there, there's a lot of things we can do. There is a tutorial component on here that walks you through in case you need to know what those things are. From there, you can export this list. You can put it into your own email program, which we could share with you how to start or use free email services. You could put it into your own CRM. You could do whatever you want. The thing that I recommend is to start working this list and say, I want to engage with A&W, let's say Abby's. So I'm going to click on Abby's. Abby's, it goes in and gives you the intel that the AI has found. What's the total sales? How many units they have? How many are company owned? How many are franchise owned? And if they have stated where they are projecting to locate, the AI identifies that and puts it on there also. This one, and I will be honest with you, a lot of retailers don't. They keep that a little more close to the pocket in terms of saying, hey, we don't want to reveal where our next expansions are because competitors come in and use the amount of research that they did to really just kind of follow and remain in competition. But if I want to reach out to the VP of marketing, I could go here and click on Doug's profile. It's going to ask me to sign in like it did you, Carissa, the other day. Hopefully I can just not. All right, I think it did.
Signed you in.
Perfect. All right, so then I can see if there's any connections that I have with them. I can see what school they went to. I could begin to follow them. I can contact them with a private message. Good way to break the ice is to find out something that's in common with you and the person, to send a cover letter, send an email, send a message. So as many times as we can on these retailers, we try to provide as much social media contact, web information, Twitter, anything that'll help you build a case for your community.
X. No more. It's no more Twitter.
The new X. So in terms of, I'm going to go back to the list. I could just close this report and we'll go back to the list. And let's say you've engaged with Abby's. I would put it into my favorites, and that favorites button up top, you can see that it instantly adds or grows. I would suggest working 10 favorites at a time. So going into your favorites and communicating with them. As you can see, these are where the states Firehouse Restaurant Group is targeted. That could be a positive. That means they're expanding everywhere. If they're very select and you're listed, that could even be more positive. All-American specialty restaurants, if you're in Arizona, I'd for sure jump on them and put them as a priority to contact. And so you can continue to work your favorites. And if you went back to your list, and let's go back to Donna's list, and you found out our sand and or whatever this restaurant is, just say that they're not a good contact. We always joke you can just throw them in the trash can and remove them from your list. So those are the keys of being able to export your list, define a list, and find all the contact and intel information on the list is really the power of the system. We're going to try this little quick search. My guess is there's not going to be a Black Bear Diner. Well, surprise, surprise. There is a Black Bear Diner in this world. So it looks like they're out of California. And if I want to reach out to the main partner, I could click them up and I could learn more. She may have lost her profile. So I could reach out to the chief executive officer at Black Bear Diner. I could send him a message. I could say, hey, I went to University of Wyoming, or I had some friends there, and I could see if there's any other people that we're connected to. And you could kind of follow what kind of things that they're posting. Something about Dallas Fort Worth. They're coming here soon, so might reach out and say, hey, I'm here in Dallas. So was really kind of happy about that. But Donna, in case there wasn't a Black Bear Diner or there was a wrong contact, you can report. And that's the power. The more people that are in the database, the more people we have creating audits on the system, you can report. And I don't know if that pops up. Does that window pop up, Cresta?
It does.
The little one? All right. And then you just report the information and then put our team to work to find the right contact or make the information correct in the database. So really cool things that I'm excited about on the retail platform. Are there any questions or anybody want to put another test to it? You could throw it into the questions or into the chat box. While you're doing that, I'm going to go back to the presentation. All right. So with that said, I promised we were going to do a little special AI bonus here. Cressa, throw up that. I'd like to see how many people have, or just in the chat box, if you've started dabbling in AI or using AI, there's many ways we've taught our clients to write cover letters to companies and match their needs to what your community has. The AI compare those up. Putting together analyses for your community, writing press releases. It's probably one of the best ways to create press releases. But if you have, all right, Brian, thank you for your input.
That's
still
a hard
stuck on where
spot.
should I start?
That's a hard
So
one.
is he. So as you learn, I've taken a lot of classes on this and really have been amazed about how AI should not be replacing humans. It's supposed to help you be more efficient, and it does. It is all about the prompts. So I'm going to share with you. Let's say you don't know where to start. What's the community? I mean, what are my retail industry sectors that I should target with the benefits and the things that my community offers. And AI is all about the prompts. So I've created a prompt here that I cut off here, but I can help you. But it's you are the economic development expert. You got to talk to the AI and give it clear direction on who they are first for the city of, you put in your city and state, somebody throw in a city and state, and we'll do this for your community over in the chat box. You're researching to find the best retail industry targets for your city. List the top and then tell it what you want it to do. List the top 5 retail targets you should target to attract, in a description of each is what that should say. I'm going to go over to the AI now. If while I'm doing this, somebody can throw in the chat box a sample city.
Put your communities out there.
If not, I'm going to use
Not everybody all at once.
Kirksville, Missouri. All right.
And Culpeper, Virginia also came across.
Oh, all right.
One of our newest retail
So
network
hopefully,
members.
let me see. Okay, I did. I did this prompt. We will first do it with Culpeper because you were first to speak. Oh, I was going to type Brian. Culpeper, Virginia.
It's only one P in Culpeper.
And I'm going to replace city and state. And I'm going to hit go. So what it's doing, it's going out and researching as much. So it's going to say you should be targeting specialty food and beverage stores, boutique clothing and accessories. And it'll give you a reason. Culpeper's rich agricultural landscape and growing culinary scene makes it ideal location for specialty food and beverage stores. It actually goes out and tells you the source also. So it went out and found a report from the Department of Tourism and gleaned some information off of that. But the other ones, boutique clothing and accessories shops, artisan crafts and home decor stores, outdoor and adventure gear shops, and home improvement and DIY stores. And it'll give you some background on why, so that could help you target your marketing message. I'm not going to go into it today. We'll do that later in some what we call our jam sessions. But from there, you could actually go put together 10 marketing messages towards these retailers for social media posts, and it'll spit out social media posts for you. So there's many spin-offs that you can do from this. We'll do the same now for Kirksville, just to prove that it's not the same.
Morse also said if we have time, then we should do Andrews, Texas.
We will for sure do Andrews, Texas, Morse. One of our faves. And
for sure.
just did their website. And so I'd love to promote the website to some retailers. All right, here we go, Kirksville. So craft brewery and tap rooms. Do you have a lot of drinkers there in that community? So outdoor recreation equipment stores, specialty coffee shops, health and wellness stores, artisan and handmade goods boutiques. This is coming from a Smart City Growth business magazine that it researched. And we'll do the last one. We'll do Kirksville.
No, we'll do Andrews.
I mean Andrews. We just did. I just saw another one pop up.
I know. Everybody's interested.
Now everybody's talking. Actually, you can do this on yourself. It's Chat GPT, guys. There is a free version of it. I do have a paid version, which is about $21 a month, I was told today.
The paid version allows you to search. It searches the web in more.
Goes out and searches, yeah.
In real time, whereas the unpaid version is a little bit older data.
So Andrews, you have a need for automotive parts and accessories, convenience stores and gas stations, and specialty food stores, home improvement stores. It seems like a lot of a push on outdoor recreation and sporting goods, and sometimes that's just what the industry identifies. And if you have a community that's aligned with it, then it does that. Morse, you're doing a great job on the internet because it went out and sourced your community. It sourced your maps. It sourced a lot of the different things that you guys have been reporting. So that's where you can tell you're doing a good job. If I pull up Coleman, Texas, it's funny because it actually pulls up Kim Little as one of the research. I'll do one more. And
Williston, North Dakota. Williston. No.
And I put,
No NG.
yeah, Williston,
There you go.
North Dakota. All right, I'm interested in this one. So basically, it came up with those 5: outdoor apparel and gear stores, home improvement centers, specialty grocery stores, technology and electronic retailers, specialty coffee shops, and cafes. Now, what you'll want to do, because you'll see the AI is recommended in some of them duplicate industries. Look at why it's for this one. It says Wellington's proximity to outdoor recreational areas like Lake. Ooh, Sackage. Nope, I'm not even going to say it. And the Theodore Roosevelt National Park. So it actually gives you reasons why those are good for you guys. And by all means, after this webinar, I'm going to give you my contact. Give me a call. I'll set you up. I'll show you how to get on to Chat GPT, and I'll actually give you some additional tips. Now, that's coming up. I'll share that with you guys in a minute. So I'm going to go back to the presentation. All right. So that's really the presentation today. The offer that we have, we launched. We had several communities take advantage of our pre-launch special. They gave us very valuable feedback and have really been having a good time with the system and developing their lists and marketing to them. We are now officially launched. We're excited about that. And we are doing a charter member special for the first month. So this ends April 1st. But the Grow Your Retail Network, to have an annual subscription to it, it's less than $5,000. It's $3,950. That is not just subscribing to it. There's other things you can do that we are bundling with this, but we're bringing it down to $1,450. And we're opening up. We do a supply chain and logistics show with retail that we're exhibiting at. And we are, if you come on board as a charter member, you can exhibit with us at that retail supply chain and logistics show. If you can't go, we'll still deliver you the leads that we generate from the show.
And just throwing something in there. The show is in Las Vegas.
It is in
It
Vegas.
is a good show. It's a fun show outside of the show as well. So good times.
Tons of retail in Las Vegas. So would love to have you guys join us out there. It's a big show, and it's not just the small box operations. It's more of the logistics. So the big box suppliers, you're talking in some of those cases, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 square foot warehouses if you're a community that's prime for logistics and doing retail, you need to be at it. I'm throwing up a poll. We make everything easy here. All you have to do, if you want there is a special discount code that is sent that you guys would input into the system when you go to subscribe. There is no obligation, but this is the only way to reserve and get that special discount code sent to you. And I will leave that up for about 2 minutes as I go to the next part. That's what I want to make a point. You'll have until April 1st to use that discount code. At that point, the system just expires it, and we've limited it to 10 communities. We do have to pay for the trade shows and make some money at this, but we want to give it away at cost, really to get you guys involved and give us some valuable feedback on this system. With that said, Caresta, I don't know if you can leave up both. I'm going to assume everybody's answered the yes that they want to. Got quite a few people. Thank you. I'll give that a countdown. If you're on the fence, I would just throw in a yes because you're not obligated, but it'll get an email to you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cressa, throw up the other one. If you want a free consultation, go ahead and put yes. That sends us your email also, and that alerts us that you want to be set up with a free consultation. I don't care what that is. If you want me to show you how to use the chat GPT, if you want to go into the system and take a peek behind the scenes and do a full demo, I'll put your hands in the system, let you work with it. However, we can best help you be a part of our network. We're here for you.
We also have several other products that may be a really good fit for you. So learning about your community is always a plus for us. And then we can tell you what else we have that can help assist you further.
I will tell you, in 30 years, I've really never sold something that doesn't align with their community's needs. And that's really what we're into, is long-term relationships and making sure that we're effective and working for you. So awesome. With that said, we'll go to our Q&A. I don't think this is a real talkative bunch in terms of what I have, but I am here to answer any questions you have about the retail network. It's a very simple system. It's a very powerful system. It's always growing. We are constantly, and the AI is constantly looking for new contacts, looking for new intel to update the system. So it's always fresh and information that you can count on. So if we don't have any questions, Cressa, this is a miracle. I actually promised myself to keep this at 30 minutes, and I'm only 7 minutes over.
I was gonna say
I'm not my typical
you didn't
1
make
hour
it.
over.
You didn't make
So
it.
awesome, guys. With that said, thank you so much. Here is my contact information if you want to screenshot that, or if you want, if you
Morse,
clicked.
Morse asked what the dates are on the retail show.
The retail show, let's go back. The retail show is May 8th and May 9th. And Cresta, if you could, I see something that I kind of really did weird. My email is not 469-778-2606.
It's definitely not. It's Eric.
It's Eric, just ERIC at gslisolutions.com. So if you want to reach out to us, give us a call. Best number to call is 469-778-2606. You'll hear the beautiful voice of Cresta and her amazing attitude, and she'll put you in touch with the right person. So with that said, guys, hey, I want to say good luck. Go out and have a great week. And until our next webinar, thank you so much for taking the time to spend with us, learn about the retail. Hopefully we provided you some information, and look forward to future jam sessions, future webinars, and helping you guys bring attraction to your communities. As my signature says, ready, set, let's grow. Go have a great day, guys.
Bye, everybody.